Ruth 4:14. Then the women said to Naomi, "Blessed is the Lord, who has not left you without a redeemer today, and may his name become famous in Israel." In Ruth chapter 4, we wrap up this glorious story with God at work in the lives of two faithful and loving women. Ruth staying by the side of Naomi as she has come back to her people Israel, and specifically to a relative of her deceased husband. I'm sure it was hard for Naomi to understand why did all this tragedy come to her, and how was God going to bring about a seed that would keep her family, her inheritance in this promised land. But we read of the most eligible redeemer that was most likely they better fit than Boaz, being honored to redeem Elimelech's inheritance, along with taking the young Moabites as his wife, thereby keeping the family line and inheritance in place. But this man refused, stating that it would impact his current family's inheritance. Sprinkled in this conversation before the elders of the city was the statement from Boaz that he was willing to be the Redeemer. Then we read in Ruth 4:17, "And the neighbor women gave him a name, saying, 'A son has been born to Naomi,' so they named him Obed. He is the father of Jesse, the father of David." The reference to the neighbor woman was, of course, Ruth, who had conceived after her marriage to Boaz. And what seemed as hopelessness to Naomi, by God's power and grace, turned to promises received with great hope, with Naomi giving her grandson the name Obed. The author specifically points out that Obed would become the father of Jesse, the father of King David. And for us, in this church age, it is important to remember God is sovereign over all, and his word is true in all that is written will come to pass. For our King, Jesus, came unto us through the line of David, opening the ultimate path to salvation in redemption through his precious blood. Amen.